Oh, it's because you're too close. We gotta move.
Wow. Okay.
Makes sense.
Maybe.
I guess I have to be left out.
That's how you know the press conference has started. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm here with our top 3 men's short program skaters. In first place, we have Ilia Malinin. In second place, we have Jason Brown. And in third place, we have Tomoki Hiwatashi. So we'll start with an opening question to our top 3 skaters. Can you guys just talk about how your short program felt today and how it felt to be back at U.S. Championships? We'll start with Ilia.
I'm very surprised how I was able to pull that off, especially with the whole beginning of the season with all the short programs didn't go as well. And I think we took the time and effort to see all the bad things that I've done and just to take it all and to sort of see what works best. And we did a little bit of changing a bit of the program, and I think that also helped with getting the performance. But overall, I'm very happy with this performance, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Jason?
Felt great to be out there again. I performed the way that I've trained, and so that's always nice. And it was awesome to skate after Ilia, to hear the crowd and to hear the excitement, and to feed off of that and get to perform after such an awesome skate. It was really great.
Smokey?
Yeah, I was also very excited to come here. I wasn't able to come here due to COVID last year, and it's just always great to be here, and very excited how I skated today too. So yeah.
All right, we'll open it up to questions. Just a reminder, please raise your hand so whenever mic runners can hand you a mic before starting your question. No one wants to start? All right, Nick. Oh. Here, we got another one right here. Sorry about that, guys. It's just for the recording to make sure we can hear your question. All right, just go ahead and yell your question, Nick, and hopefully we'll be able to. That's okay. Go ahead. Yeah?
Earlier you talked about obviously the struggles that you had in the short program this season. How good did the performance feel? And coming in, we've talked a lot about a lot of the spotlight being on you and how different that is from a year ago. So how that actually being on the ice and facing that situation.
I mean, we took a very different approach this season with trying to develop the second score for my skating, and we tried with doing programs with Shaylin, and I really enjoy working with her. She does amazing programs, and I really enjoyed the program that she made for me. It's very fun to perform, and especially with the audience, they're always very into the program as well as I am. After landing all those jumps, I just feel ready to perform, and I just sort of forget where I am, and I'm just performing, and it's very fun for me. I enjoy it, and I think the audience enjoys watching me. And since there's a huge spotlight on me, I think everyone has an expectation of me, and I always try to stick with that and just to try to really show who I am.
Christine?
We're just shouting, right?
Yeah, we are.
So Ilia, a lot of people talk recently about your confidence, that there might even be like an arrogance, but in a good way, that you feel so comfortable. How do you achieve that? How does that happen? Just if you can look back and maybe in your trials, but how did you become so confident in your ability to perform?
I think the main thing is sort of I just focus on myself and sort of just try to think of this as a practice and just to try to go full out with all the performing and try to look as best as possible. And it's helped a lot every practice. I always do run-throughs in the program, even twice or 3 times a day, just to really make sure that everything is so consistent. And that's why I'm feeling mostly confident when I go out to competition to perform. And it's always a great experience. Again, it's always a lot more fun to perform here than at practice, because here there's a huge crowd of audience to watch and support you through your program.
Jackie?
Jason, you were talking about not feeling like you were coming back
Yeah, so for me, I know like there's a lot of a big storyline is about me coming back, and this is like, oh, Jason Brown's back, but I personally don't feel like I ever left. I'm flattered, by the way, but for me, I took like a lot of people, I think after the Olympic cycle ends or after the season's over, they take some time off, and I went right into shows, right into more performances, and I did that throughout this whole summer. So for me, I feel like my season kind of, I don't want to say was prolonged, but I continued to perform and continued to go. So I almost took the fall as almost my spring break that I would normally take at the end of the year. I did perform also with Ilia in Japan for Japan Open, and so I got to do a long program, and after that competition, I remember looking at Tracy and being like, I really like this. I was like, okay, I think I wouldn't mind doing this again. So after that, we kind of started to get the wheels going, trying to decide. It was easy to decide the short program because I had one that I had not performed yet, but I had created in 2020 that I never used. So there were things that kind of started to fall into place, but I kept performing throughout the fall, doing shows in Japan, doing other shows, Christmas shows around the U.S., and so for me, it was like a mix of training, performing. So in a lot of ways, I feel like I've been training for this moment for the entire year, even though I haven't been competing constantly the way that a typical season would unfold.
We'll go to Ted.
Follow-up for Jason, the big score, big crowd response when you were announced at Clean Skate. Does this confirm that coming back, well, not coming back, but returning now was the right decision for you?
You know, for me, I think the whole year has been about trying to see what I'm capable of doing in my own terms. I'm 28 years old, which I'm not saying is super old, but I can't train the way that I used to as a kid. And what Ilia is doing and the way he's pushing the sport is outstanding and incredible to watch. I cannot keep up. And I don't want to try to keep up. My body would not handle that whatsoever. So for me, it's kind of seeing, can I do it my way? Can I train in a different way? You know, I can't even train in the same rigorous capacity that I did prior, but I can do a lot of these shows for me, and that's really fulfilling, and that gets me constantly kind of really creative. I'm constantly in front of crowds. I'm, out there dealing with the pressure. Every time I skate in front of an audience, whether it's a competition or a show, I want to be the absolute best that I can possibly be, and I push myself to be the absolute best that I can be in every performance opportunity that I have. So to be able to come here, and even though it's the requirements are a bit different, it's still a performance, and I still have that mindset of going out there and doing the best that I can. And so to have the confirmation and a little bit of this, okay, you're still able to kind of compete at a level and be up there with the best. So we'll see. I think that's a conversation that's a continual one that I'm having with Tracy and Brian as the year goes on. And so we're, I guess, in some ways halfway through. So we'll see how the spring goes and how doable it is moving forward.
We'll go to Lynn.
Yes.
We'll go to you next.
Question for Tomoki. This is really kind of a comeback for you. You had real strong nationals, 2019, 2020 bronze medal, and now you're back to the press conference. Talk about what it took to get back.
To be honest, the 2021, I felt like I was losing a lot of practice due to COVID season. I think everyone was losing their practice. I think everyone was in the same condition, but I felt like I was not able to practice the way I wanted to, and obviously the result just kind of happened. And then last year, COVID hit. Really just COVID for me. And this year too, I just felt like there was a lot of injuries for me and a lot of things that I wanted to do, and there's just a lot of things that I want to do still. And throughout this career, like I just felt like there's just a lot of things that I want to do, and I felt like I'm not able to achieve that right now, and I did lower some levels right now in order to achieve the consistency that I want right now, and I think it helped. And yeah, so right now I feel like I'm back and kind of in a better shape, so we'll see how long it goes.
Nick.
Jason, you talked about coming back to this building
Yeah, so for me, the whole week leading up to this, I guess months leading up to this, I was like, third time's a charm, third time's a charm. There was 2012 Nationals, not great. 2018, not good. So hopefully 2023, third time's a charm. But I have to say that I took the ice for practice this morning, the 20-minute warm-up, and I had talked through this moment with my sports psychologist on like what feels to me like on repeat for the last 5 years. We really talked a lot about it when Nationals was supposed to be here, but then was moved to Vegas because of COVID. And so for me, at that moment, I felt so relieved. I was like, thank goodness I don't have to go back. And it has nothing to do with the people or the crowd. It's just kind of going back into the building that there's just so much triggers everywhere, wherever I go. That being said, I showed up today and yesterday, but stepping on the ice for the 20-minute warm-up today, it just felt different. I felt like I was I'm a different person. I'm in a different place. It all felt different, and I was shocked that I really didn't feel at all triggered the way that I thought and had prepared. And maybe that's because I had prepared so much and done the work mentally, but walking around here, there was just this, I don't know, I felt light and happy and almost so proud of the person that I've become through those setbacks, and having the courage to be back here rather than kind of let that fear overtake me and kind of stop me from going after what I wanted to do.
Karen?
You know what? Now, I have to say I'm really, really fortunate that I positioned this year in a way where I was constantly performing. So 2 weeks ago, I just got back from Japan, where I did 6 shows in 3 days, and I did 5 numbers in each show. Those were solos and group numbers. So, just having to do the rigorous training in that to keep up the stamina, I think has just been really great. So, and really useful and helpful. So I think it's just been finding really creative ways to challenge yourself, to kind of to almost get yourself in shape, but doing so in a way that doesn't beat your body down, because as you get older, I can't do the amount of reps, and I can't do the amount of kind of, constant, whether it's, the same jump over and over, the constant movements again and again and again and again, my body can't take it. But to go about it in a very creative way has been really, really helpful. But time will tell. And so we'll see, but I really feel like it's made a huge impact on my training and kept things fresh, where I think at this time of the year, sometimes I can find myself being like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can make it through another long program, where now it's, I keep stepping away from it and then coming back to it after doing so many different artistic endeavors, that it's almost like I come back to it with a renewed lightness and a renewed energy and a renewed passion to kind of train the programs again, so.
Jackie?
You were talking about throughout the season, working on the second part, performing the program, this program, especially the short program, really gone from it being a program to something that you're actually really going out performing. Tell me about that process and how you
I mean, it was since last Nationals, I definitely feel like this program is a lot more entertaining for me and for the audience to watch. It feels like a whole new experience trying this new way of skating, and I just really enjoy trying new things, and I'm always there to try anything, and just if I see it as a challenge, I try to take that challenge down and to just sort of conquer it, and I'm just ready for anything that happens. And it's just a very fun time working with Shaylin. I mean, she's one of the best, and I enjoy it. We have really fun interactions, and she almost understands me in every way, and I really enjoy that. And again, with this short program, I'm still very surprised how long it's been and how much I went from even last year to where I am now.
Any other questions? Nick?
talked about Jason
I mean, it's not only him, there's other people, you know, even if they don't talk to me, I always see everyone as there to support me and always help me out. Even Jason himself, I know that he's always there to help me. If I ever need to ask him questions, he's always ready to answer, and it's just a fun time, you know. Even though it's my second year, everyone is always there to support me, and I always see that as, it just makes me real happy that they want to see me keep progressing and to really push this sport in the way that I did.
All right, we'll wrap this up. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys.